Hi guys, it's Andy from Man City Fan TV. Well, it's a late one. Not been in long. I must admit, my flight was delayed, and got back in about about an hour. What time is it now? Just gone midnight. So got in about an hour and a half ago. But what I thought I'd do, seeing as though I do apologise, I've not been on for the last couple of days. As you know, we'll always endeavour to come on, but sometimes work just comes first, and I've just been non-stop, absolutely non-stop for the last 2 days. So as you know, even though I was away all last week in Myanmar, did a vlog every single day and put videos out, but the last 2 days have just been too full on. And I had meetings last night and things, and then today I literally finished, raced to the airport in a load of traffic, and managed to just get my flight back to the UK, which ended up being delayed. So I mean, there was not a lot I could do about it. So I was a little bit late. I was hoping I would have been home for about 10 o'clock, which I might have been able to do a vlog, but I just thought before I go to bed, I'll just do a very quick hello to everyone to say, yes, we're still here on Man City Fan TV. I just thought I'd do a very quick one. But anyway, let me just see who is on. And Jordan Jolly, where are you? I'm at home. I'm actually in it's the kitchen, sort of open plan, sort of dining, living room, part of living room, kitchen, whatever. So it's where most of the time as a family we spend rather than the other room, but people are in bed and whatever else. So I just thought I'd come in here rather than make a load of noise. Bonjour, treble winners, how are you? Daniel Neerman, hi Andy, how are you, buddy? Kiam, hello Andy, feels like an age since we last spoke on a live stream. It's been busy for us both, it has been. I'm sure, I don't know whether your family is still there in Vancouver, but yeah, it's been a hectic sort of like 10, 11 days. So, but I'm off now, so I'm fully focused back on the channel and everything else, and loads more stuff going to come out soon in the next few days. I'll be back tomorrow and doing everything else, but I just thought, I did say the other night on Sunday that the chances of me doing a live vlog are going to be very slim, and as it turned out, yes, they were very slim indeed. So but I'm back home. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going overseas or anything. So I've done my little sort of 10, 11 day stint now. So I'll be back. Loads of videos, loads of stuff coming out on the channel. But I just thought I'd do a very quick one, quick roundup of some news, because I've literally seen nothing on football for the last 2 days. It's been that full on. So came back, said hello to the family, blah de blah de blah, and then just thought when my wife went to bed, I thought I'd just have a quick look what's going on football and things. I thought I'll just do a very quick vlog before I go to bed. Abdallah says Bayern should be banned for trying to tap up Sane, hopefully get a long-term transfer ban. It's not going to happen. English Mastiff was just about to hit the go to bed, mate. I'm sure it's late, so don't worry about it. If you need to go to bed, go to bed, because I need to go to bed. I'm knackered. Big Head Company, good morning. It's it's early hours of the morning now. Philip Song, how are you, Phil? Good. Hello, mate. Yeah, I'm well. Dylan Wardlow, hi Andy, been a while. I don't think we are going to sign anyone else. Maybe nobody of interest, we'll see. Dybala going to United is a player I really like. That's a shame. It's a weird one. I've just read that. It's a weird one. I mean, a straight swap for Lukaku? Oh, wow. I'll tell you who's getting the better deal there. Definitely United. Chano Bandy, are you bringing bad news, bruv? Good to see you, nonetheless. No, no bad news. I'll tell you what I will bring you, though. I will bring you some, I think, positive news. Sanini, Yusuf, hey Andy, how are you? I'm very good, mate. Rubito Blondie, hey, last Rubito, how are you, mate? Hey Andy, I hope you're well. For fuck's sake, you woke me up. Really enjoyed the last Raw podcast. Excellent enjoyment, mate. Good, I hope you really enjoyed it. It was very, very good. If I say so myself, on behalf of Rob and the guests, which were Carl and Martin. It was a really, really good podcast. So all of them are brilliant. All of them are different in their own ways. I'll just turn that down a little bit there. They're all different in their own ways. So I hope you enjoyed it. Nick says, Andy, why have Bayern not been reported? They have been reported. Apparently, the rumours were City put in an official complaint. Nothing will come from it. Thanks, City. Hi, Andy. How's it going? Yeah, good, mate. How are you, big forehead? Knackered. Just doing a very quick vlog to check in with everyone and give you just a quick roundup of the news that's come out over the last hour or two. Kiam, they're still here, mate. They leave Sunday. Obviously, you've still got another 4 or 5 days of them. Good luck with that one. Dylan Wardlow, Andy is up early to greet our new signings at the Etihad. Early riser never falls. Not been to bed yet, mate. But no new signings. I wish I could announce some signings. What I'm gonna possibly announce is the fact of nobody's going and nobody's coming, if I'm being honest. So the whole thing I spoke about on Sunday about the Jose Olazabal's brother from Sociedad, whatever you want to call him, he ain't coming. It's that simple. So people are saying he is coming, he ain't coming, and that's been pretty much confirmed by Pep Guardiola. What's happening, Ray Barlow? I'm just going to quickly just say hello to everyone because I've not been on for a couple of days. So just to check back in and just give you a very, very quick roundup, which I'll talk more about tomorrow. But this is late news coming in. Hi, Andy. Do you think Sane will stay or go? By the sounds of it, he's staying. Bradley Block, late one. Yeah, no choice, mate. I did have a choice. I could have just said, bollocks, I'm going to bed, and I'll see them all tomorrow. But I just thought I'll try and check in just for 10-15 minutes, say hello to everyone again, and just do a very quick roundup, and then I'll come back tomorrow, fit and firing, plenty of sleep, and then come back tomorrow and give you a proper big in-depth roundup of what's going on the channel and things like that. The last FIFA games were really enjoyable. They were brilliant. Yeah, very good. He's doing well, isn't he? Still can't finish with Sterling though. Poof. Boy, does Kiam need to work on Sterling. Do some more of that training, mate. Does that help him? I don't know how it works. Does that help him get Sterling into some shooting practice? Or maybe you get into some shooting practice. Who should become captain after Silva? Definitely Kevin De Bruyne for me. Dybala for Lukaku, price horse for a donkey. I mean, it's just amazing. I tell you what, United have done some major business there. If it's true, because it's obviously not officially confirmed, but if United end up getting a straight swap deal, which they might not, there might be some of the incentives in there and money things, but if they get a straight swap deal, Lukaku for Dybala, that is a brilliant, brilliant bit of business by United. Almost finished the podcast. I really enjoyed it. We'll probably have to listen back to take it in. Yeah, do it. It's really some really, really good topics chosen by Rob and really well facilitated by Rob. So yeah, it's an interesting listen back. Phil says, I've got my season cards this morning. Very excited for the new season. Yeah, well, I've just got all my tickets going up to December. So going through them all, and it's like, oh yeah, that one. Can't wait for that one. I wonder what that one's going to be like. And just looking at the games coming up before December, it's going to be really interesting. So Sinini says, how Man City will pay 75 million in an unknown player is absolutely a very big mistake. I agree with you. Surprised to see you up late. Well, I'm always up late, but normally working, not on a vlog. Chanob says Andy is going to reveal that he nicked the chair from Burma only when it arrives. English Master PS 2020 demo, oh my god, rest in peace FIFA. You can argue with Kiam with that one, mate. I have no idea what you're talking about. Any updates about Cancelo? Ain't happening. Told you that. There's no updates. I told you Cancelo won't be coming to Manchester City nearly 6 weeks ago. Said it. I said there was too many complications in the deal. The price wasn't right, and there'd be too many other inputs and reasons why everything would have to fall into place perfectly for Cancelo to come to Man City. I said it. Like I said it. I'm not trying to brag or anything. Like I said it weeks ago. There's too many complications in the deal, and I didn't think it'd ever happen. I'm not saying it won't happen, so I'll put a caveat in there. I'm not saying it won't happen, but at this stage of the season, it'll take far too many variables to all line up for it to happen. So I very much doubt it. Phil Jones, our replacement for company. Oh God, can you imagine? PS doesn't have the licenses, it will never beat FIFA regardless of option files. Roberto, Andy, there is a Myanmar lad hold on a minute. There is a Myanmar lad outside your window yelling at the city. Yeah, he probably is. He was in the nose wheel. Came all the way over on my flights. Like that. Oh, Mr. Andy. Here you go. Fit 3-year-old. There you go. $5. Dybala going to rue the day he agreed to this transfer, quite possibly. What about defender? Michael, maybe, but there still needs to be movement for us to sign a defender. Clement, please confirm if our South American troops are already around. Aguero, apparently a rumour, I just read something, I think it was on Twitter, I think Aguero lands tonight or first thing in the morning. So Aguero looks like he's going to be one of the ones that have come back, I think tonight or tomorrow. So he'll be in training. Whether he'll start on Sunday is a different matter, but he might be on the bench, you never know. Not heard anything about Otamendi and Fernandinho or Edison, I'll be honest with you. Mahrez, I very much doubt. I think Mahrez will be out until possibly Sunday, Monday by the time he returns. So I mean, you never know, but I very much doubt Mahrez will be here for the Community Shield. It may be late one, but it's going to be a quick one. Yeah, it will do. It's definitely going to be quick. I'm just going to go through your comments now, and then I'm going to quickly read through, give it a couple of minutes of a roundup of the news, and then I'll come back, say hello, say goodbye, and then that's it, and go to bed. I would love to see Howard Bellison getting some cup games. Let's hope so. I don't play football games for licenses, Cam. Why Pep, says Cine, why Pep don't getting big names like Neymar, Dybala? It's not Pep's decision, I'll be honest with you. He might have a bit of influence, but we've got to understand it's not just a manager going, I want this player and that's it. There are lots of variables in there. Divers TV, hello, what about Thiago Almanda now? We call him Almanda, we've had Almada, we've had Almalda, we've had still nothing. I don't believe nothing has actually been definitely confirmed. I can see, let me just double check. Yeah, still nothing, still absolutely nothing confirmed. I don't doubt it'll happen. It will happen, there's no doubt about it. It's just when it's irrelevant to us because he certainly isn't coming to City anyway. So when he signs and if he signs, it's really irrelevant because if he does sign, he's going straight to Sporting anyway. So he won't be around to play for us anyway. We'll probably see him in, I think, 2 years' time. Juve swapping Dybala for Parking Bucket, yeah. Hi Andy, hi Carl, how are you? Kiam says, Sterling's having a great season on FIFA 19, you're just a hater. Yes, and I'll carry on if you keep missing those chances, mate. Sane will stay 100%, I agree. What's the news? I'm going to come to that. FIFA is pants. Oh, deal with Kiam. I agree, PS is better, mate. I'm an old school PS man, but it's not practical. Nick says, sorry, Andy, was it rude in the earlier comment? Didn't even ask how you were. No problem, buddy. No, don't come here for you to ask me how I am. I come on here to ask how you guys are. But I'm okay, mate. I'm all right. I'm just a little bit tired today. It's been a long, very busy day. Head bumps. Hi, Andy. Hope you're well. Keep up the good work, pal. Loving the vlogs. Thank you very much for that. Le Ciel Bleu says, good evening to you. Jason Foy, Klopp confirmed all his big stars won't be playing this weekend. Really? Has he actually confirmed that? Like I said, I haven't seen, I've only just looked through some of the City stuff. Diver says, Maguire will come to City. Oh no, what about Sane? I don't think he'll come to City, I'll be honest with you. Gerard Mulclair says, looking forward to Sunday. Battling Liverpool on Sunday, going to Wembley. Yes, so am I. English Massive Keon, FIFA plays football like United PS. Chano, do you think we can win the league with less points this season? Yes, I do. Because I don't think the second place team, that's how confident I am, I don't think they'll get 97 points or 90, or possibly not even hit 90, if I'm being honest. So I think potentially we could win the league with 90 points in this coming season. I think it's going to be a lot tighter than it was last season. Man United get Bruno, when I say tighter, I mean as a group, top 6, top 7. I still think we'll win the league, but I don't think whoever finishes second behind us, and that's not me being cocky, that's just my opinion, won't be 1 point. I think it'll be 4, 5, 6, 7 points, if I'm honest. Man United get Bruno, Harry Maguire, Savic and Dabal. I think they will end second or third and win the Europa League. Maybe. EMU sound like me back in 2004. The battle is lost, mate. Join the dark side. You two just can have your private chat about FIFA. And Joao Cancelo, now he's not coming. Yeah. Which kit are we wearing Sunday? If I'm being honest, I think we'll possibly wear the home kit, because we're playing Liverpool, will play in red maybe. Depends on, I don't know, I don't even know who's got the home dressing room. I've no idea. I haven't seen anything on it. So if City get the home dressing room, they'll probably wear their home kit, and Liverpool will probably then choose their red kit. It all depends on how much they want to push the away kits. So if Liverpool win the toss and wear the red seat, might turn around and just decide, well, you know what, we'll wear the black. Well, you know, whatever. I don't know. I've no idea. But it wouldn't surprise me if they both wear the home kits, if I'm honest. We needed centre-back. Well, it's up for discussion. We've discussed that over and over again on the live vlogs. Kiam, I own both. I buy PS. PS plays better on the pitch. Home kit, yeah, I think it'll just be standard home kits. The rules about FFP hammering City's disappeared. What's up? Said it all along. Had a big discussion on the podcast about it and everything. If you haven't heard it, Clement, go over and listen to the podcast. You can find that if you just go back into the channel and go in playlists. You can see podcast 4. We discuss all about FFP within that, and plus I've done tons and tons of videos on FFP and always said it's not going to go anywhere. It's certainly not going to go anywhere in the immediate future anyway. Andy, I have to say that Rob is an absolute brilliant podcaster for your channel. Brilliant thing, yin and yang, to compliment your PC moderation. Very impressed. Thank you, mate. Yeah, well, like I said, I spoke to Rob last year at games. He's not somebody I've known for years and years and years. I just got to know him through being at the Etihad. Came across him, had some chats, bits and pieces, and filmed him and his mates going mental in the South Stand and whatever else, and then got chatting, and then had a few other discussions and plans for the future. And then I met him at the parade near the VIP area, and we got chatting about all sorts of things, and yeah, it just led from there. And then he sent me some links to some of his podcasts that he's done on his own outside of Man City Fan TV. I listened to them. I thought they were really, really good. And then we got chatting, and when he pitched his ideas to me, I just thought he's the perfect person for it. So I'm glad everybody seems to be very, very impressed, really enjoy the podcast. The first one was brilliant, but when you introduce something new, we had the usual, oh, there's only swearing on the channel just to try and make it edgy. And no, it's not. It's not like that whatsoever. It's just people talking how they talk. Like if you're in the bar with your mates or the pub and you're talking about this, or you're in the bar at the Etihad and you're half time and you're chatting, that's all it is. It's just natural. And Rob's a very, very good presenter. So I was more than happy to just hand over control to Rob. And don't forget, Rob's also done many other things for the channel as well. So yeah, it's an important part of Man City Fan TV, as is Kiam. As long as Kiam can sort out his shooting with Raheem Sterling. I'm only kidding. Kiam's stuff is very, very good and is hitting a completely different audience as well. So yeah, I'm very lucky that, I've got 2 guys assisting at the moment, possibly more people as well coming shortly, that are assisting in those areas and really contributing to the channel. I think it's brilliant, really, really good. It's one thing having people helping out, they've got to be the right people. And I think for myself, I've selected really well. And I think the guys are superb for the channel, absolutely brilliant, and do a wonderful job and work hard on doing stuff. Even when, like, Kieran's busy, got family over in Vancouver and still getting time to send me videos and things like that. And Rob's busy with his business and he's still got time to edit and do some new videos and podcasts. So I just want to say a big thank you to those guys because, yeah, it's really expanded the channel into different avenues, and that's where we're going. We're going in so many different directions. But like I said to you last week on Sunday on the vlog, we've got to be able to manage that. We don't want to just go into every single avenue and then it fades out because it's difficult to manage. We've got to have like a proper business plan in place that we can know it's going to work, and we know, you know, it's going to need commitment to that side of it. So I hope in the future some of the stuff we're going to be doing, I hope you really enjoy it. And some of it might be suck it and see, and we'll trial it. And if it's a good idea, people have got an idea, and we go, let's go with it. You know, if it don't work, then we don't do it. If it works, great, brilliant. But we've got to be assured that we can manage it. Now, we don't want to just branch out into 20 different areas, and it just three work and 17 are really poorly managed. We've got to be able to manage those areas. So how can I contact with Man City Academy? I am from Algeria and I want to play Man City. Well, you've got the perfect name for it, Divers TV. Did you hear about the VVD argument with Klopp? Yeah, I read something yesterday about that. Yeah, Klopp said in his press conference that he won't be risking all the big players. Yeah, it depends on who he's trying to say is big. You know, he could be including 10 players in that and saying, I'm not risking all of them, but I'll play Mane, Firmino and Salah. We must sell Danilo, Sane, Mangala and Nico and get in a new name and give the addition over. Well, we'll wait and see. We can't force players out. Seems Danilo's been on the market now for what, 6 weeks. No biters, nobody interested. Or are the rumours incorrect? And really, he's already agreed that he don't want to go anywhere. I won't go back to PES, so it's more FIFA chat. What time is the Community Shield? I think it's 3 o'clock kickoff. Top 6 prediction in order. I think I've said this loads of times. It's a question I keep getting asked on every live vlog, and I keep saying the same thing. So top 6, oh, that's hard. Normally it's 4. So City, I've always said City, Liverpool, Spurs, Chelsea. I'll then go United and Arsenal. So I'll stick with the standard 6 if I'm being honest. I don't think Leicester will finish in the top 6. And I don't think Wolves will either. So I'll go with the standard big 6. But that's my order. Leicester say Maguire has no credible bids for the player and what they value. Well, this is the thing. We don't know. We're hearing rumours. And for all we know, the background is that Maguire has said to Leicester, look, if you don't want me to leave, I won't leave this season. Unless somebody pays what you want them to pay, which might be 100 million quid. So we'll see. Which of the youngsters do you think are likely to make the starting 11 and on the bench? Oh, God, I mean, that's a video in itself, mate. I can't spend going through the whole sort of academy levels. Maybe that's not one for tonight. Maybe that's one. Maybe ask me when I've got a bit more time. So Clement, on the next vlog or something, get that one in early. Maybe tomorrow, and I'll have a good go at that. But it's not one I can do tonight. I need to sort of go through the list and blah, blah, blah. But basically, quickly, I think Eric Garcia and possibly the likes of Tommy Doyle, Adrian Bernardi, Harwood Bellis, definitely in the future. Right now, I think you're looking at Eric Garcia. You might get the odd few, 2 or 3 that might come in for cup competitions, but other than that, I only really think the Eric Garcia one will be the one who is potentially around the first team squad consistently. I think the others will, 1 or 2 might go on loan, and some of the others might be in and around, still training around the squad, but still playing EDS and maybe coming in for cup competitions as maybe a starter, maybe a sub player or something like that. Remember, we've still got a big first team squad that we've got to satisfy in the cup competitions. Never mind bringing in a load of youngsters as well, because if these regular first team squad members are not playing in the Premier League and starting, they're going to be a bit pissed off if they're not starting cup competitions as well, because of some kids coming. So we've got a big squad we've also got to satisfy, never mind just bringing in a load of kids. Bernardo or De Bruyne, who's the best? Oh, that is a tough question, mate. A very, very tough question. Bernardo was exceptional last year. But if you said to me now we could lose one of them, I'd keep Kevin De Bruyne. I'll be honest with you. even though I think Bernardo could go on to be anything. He's just exceptional. But the caveat is, Kevin De Bruyne can do things that I don't think many players in world football can do. And he's very special, very, very special, even though Bernardo is exceptional. Will VAR be used on Sunday? Oh, I don't know, Clement. I actually don't know. I'll be honest with you. I mean, maybe somebody else can answer that. I have no idea. What's your starting lineup for Sunday? I think Sterling will be up top. I don't think Aguero will start, if I'm being honest. So I think it'll be very similar to the starting lineup that we saw against Yokohama. News, going to cover it shortly. 1 second. Looking forward to seeing Ray on Sunday. You're looking forward to seeing Ray. Well done. Late update tonight. Yeah, I've only just got landed back in Manchester. Who's the perfect lineup for Manchester City next season? Another question that we need to look at. Nice haircut. Thank you, mate. Barry McDonald, I've just been looking on YouTube and I think Pep. You think Pep? Oh yeah, and Mandy is back in training. Is it so? Yeah, I mean, he should be around the team now. Whether he's going to need another, 3-4 weeks before he's up to speed. Chris Bardsley, I love the podcast. Thank you, mate. Podcast is amazing. Evening, Andy. Good evening, Martin. I was at City ticket office today for the West Ham tickets. Did you get them? Hi, Andy. Hi, Bill, ABC TV. Rob's on. What you doing up, you addict? Well, I just thought my wife's just gone to bed and it's late, and I thought I'd just do a quick vlog to say hello and just quickly go through some news that's coming out, and we'll discuss it in depth tomorrow. But just to say hello, because I've not been here for the last couple of days. It's hardcore. Do you go to Whitecap games? Oh, that's for Kiam. If you had to choose, would you rather have a fight with 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized? I love these questions. Definitely 100 duck-sized horses. Definitely. De Bruyne is looking up for it. He looks absolutely incredible at the moment. Kiam is doing a mighty job on FIFA, bar Sterling. And to answer some people's questions, Limerick lost the All-Ireland semi. Wow. Klopp's got more excuses than fake white. He's unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Liverpool have had a bad pre-season. They definitely have had a bad pre-season. So I think we'll win the Shield. We'll see. Andy, you're missing certain comments, including mine. I've not missed any yet, mate. I've read every single one out. Not missed any. Martin says Klopp is getting his excuses in early. Even their fans are making, yeah, he always does though. Company best defender in the Premier League history. Ooh, difficult one. Without showing any bias, not sure whether he's the best ever, but he's right up there in the top 3 for me. Is it 9:26 AM in Sydney, Andy? It is, wow. It must be late in the UK. I wish City well for this season. Thank you very much, Bill. It's 12:30 in the morning, so it's just gone past midnight. Bernardo is great on the wing. He's very exciting. Hi, Andy. Just been looking on YouTube, and I think Pep is going in for Cancelo again, and he is a class player, perfect for City. Not too sure, mate. I've been on Twitter 1 week. Martin Horsfield, I'm already at war with Liverpool BT. That does not surprise me, Rob. Wome, Bar, Foden, who you're looking forward to seeing progress and get into the first team? Tommy Doyle. Martin Horsfield, I'm away from tomorrow for a while, but we'll drop in where I can, Andy and Rob. So no problem, buddy. Robito says, Podcast Raw, can only say you're doing a brilliant job. I love how you welcome Carl like you talked to the 2 young fans like you were welcomed when you went to a City game. Morning, Andy. Good morning, Ryan. You look shattered. I'm knackered. English Mastiff Andy, Adrian Bernardo for me to break into City first team training frame, then go on Foden route. Maybe. He's very exciting. There's no doubt about it. I'll be honest with you, I think he's possibly a little bit slight at the moment for the Premier League. So I'd possibly give him another 12 months. But he's certainly got that little bit of, sparkle that, Pep's come out and said about Foden last week, and how he's the best player most exciting player he's ever seen play, where he's been playing or training or managing. And And I think Bernabé's got that little bit of stardust, that little bit of something. So I just think potentially he might just need another year, but he's certainly got some serious potential. Missed the last few live streams, been at a festival all weekend. Don't worry, I haven't done any. I haven't done one since Sunday, so I've been away. I've only just got back. Thanks, City is City, mate. You hear that calling in life, I will always welcome you in. Be it a fan for 1 week or 100 years, absolutely. 100 points again this season or 104 points. Well, I'd take either, Carl. I would love to smash Liverpool on Sunday. It will be a great start to the season. It'd be brilliant. Yeah, absolutely. You want to, for the fans are travelling all the way to Wembley again. We're going all the way down there. All right, the tickets are fairly cheap, but, petrol and hotel and blah, 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 blah. Before you know it, you're sort of 300-400 quid out of pocket. So, I want City to win. Will I be devastated if we don't? No, not really, but I really want us to win. Carl, let's go for 116, mate. Let's perfect. Yeah, that would be 116 points. That'd be incredible. I asked before if you look back at about if you think we'll have a chance of winning the Champions League this season. Okay, sorry, if you said that, I do apologise. I might have missed it. I am reading about 200 plus messages, so if I missed the odd one, and it is very late and I am tired, I do apologise. Do I think we have a chance? Of course we have a chance. Will we win it? Who knows? Andy says I will only be on here for 10 minutes. Quick update. Looks like it's going to be a 1 hour. No, it's not, mate. Well, God, Jesus, 31 minutes already. It's you lot. It's all of you lot. I'm trying to, maybe if I'm like others and just select a few sort of questions and comments, maybe I could get through it really quickly. But I don't. I try and read every single one of yours out. Bernabé is brilliant. He is very good. Score prediction for Sunday. I'm going for a 3-1 Manchester City win. Ryan Lee, did you see the Premier League prediction by Supercomputer? No, I haven't, mate. Clement, Edison Bravo, please confirm our third choice keeper at the moment. It's Grimshaw. That's all I can confirm. Other than that, I don't know. Has City got Sterling's son and Foden's son in the academy yet? I hope so. Why do you think Danny Grimshaw did not get any minutes? It's pointless because Bravo needs the minutes. Let's face it, Danny Grimshaw is not going to play in the Premier League. He's not going to play. Oh, it's Mike Long. Oh, hello, Mike Long. Do you think we will sign anyone else? Don't know. Really don't know. We'll wait and see. Hope so, but we might not sign anyone. Grimshaw. What about Grimshaw? Will you be at that? And if you are you making a blog? Will I be at what, mate? Are you talking about the community shield? Yeah. I'm going down. It's me, my lads, and meeting loads of lads, meeting Rob and everyone else there. So there'll be loads of us down there and staying at the Novotel as normal. So meeting a load of people down there. So there'll be a big crowd of us doing all sorts of stuff, recording and whatever else. I see City breaking some records this season. You reckon? I hope so. Martin, should be at Villa Park Sunday for me, especially with both teams being in. Yeah, well, it's the same old argument, isn't it, mate? Ideally, yes, it should. But I guess it has to be booked in advance. And, if it was London clubs, would they want to travel up to Villa Park when both of them are in London? I guess not. There's arguments for and against. But, yes, I think there should be some contingency that if you've got two Northwest clubs, it should be at Old Trafford or it should be somewhere, Villa Park, wherever. You reckon, Ryan, another domestic treble? I hope so. Apparently we'll win the league 94 points and get knocked out in round 16 UEFA Champions League by Real Madrid. If Sane eventually stays, do you think he may be a bad influence in the dressing room? Possibly. Who knows? Let's not read too much into it. We have a lot of people commenting about Sane's attitude. I've done a video on him, and I did a video a long time ago on him, but all the way back to, I think it was the 5th of August or the 8th of August of last year, talking about, is there a problem with Sane's attitude and things like that. We don't really know. We don't really know. We're just picking bits of newspaper reports and saying, oh, it must be something, or we see him not somebody on many people, well, a number of people on the live vlogs that we did after the games and things saying he didn't celebrate. Well, nobody else really celebrated either. It was a pre-season friendly. But yes, there is something. So I don't know. I don't like to just say, oh, there definitely must be something, but it does seem that there is something going on. Whether it's nothing, maybe, who knows? Maybe it's resolved. We don't know. Andy's too kind. He feels the need to read everyone's comment, even when he looks at it. Yeah, I do try my best. If I miss one, I do apologise. Who is better? Oh, definitely the golfer. Clement, is the Community Shield officially classified as a trophy? Well, depends on who you are. City won it last season and it was like we didn't win anything significant. Yeah, I agree. Suppose the FA need their debt for when... That's the top and bottom of it. We know that. They've got to pay for this white elephant. White elephant. I can't even speak now. This whole sort of, stadium that costs so much money that shouldn't have been built for that much money in the first place, and blah, 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 blah. It's got to be paid for one way or the other, and while it's run by the FA and everything else, the FA are going to just determine where these games are going to be paid for. They don't give a shit about the fans. We know that. Kian, honestly, I think Sane will stay for one more season. I think he's staying, which I'm going to come to it now. City records would smash this season. Most goals conceded, most own goals by one player, most red cards, most offsides, most red cards for aggressive walking. I think we really can do it. We would smash all records with Barry and Jerry. I was just waiting for it, and there we got him. It's Martin Bingo. Barry and Jerry gets mentioned. That means we have to resign Richard Dunn. I really want Aguero to another Golden Boot in the Champions League to secure his legacy as one of the best ever. I know he already is, but other teams don't think so. I think it's not necessarily the teams. I think a lot of opposition fans, if you ask them, if you could take one player from Man City, I think a lot of opposition fans would immediately say Sergio Aguero or Kevin De Bruyne, but I think most would probably say Aguero over the last sort of 3-4 years. But talking about, I saw something here we go. So when you're talking about Sergio Aguero, he's apparently setting his sights on 2 records for this season coming, which is the highest top overseas goal scorer in the Premier League. And as it currently stands, Thierry Henry's on 175 goals, Sergio Aguero's on 164. Behind Aguero by 20 is Robin van Persie on 144. And then if you go back through all the others, none of them, they're all from 8 decades ago. So he's got 11 goals to equal Thierry Henry's record in the Premier League. So you've got to imagine somebody who consistently gets 20 goals plus a season is going to become the top scoring overseas player ever in the Premier League. And I can't see anybody, because Kane is up there, but he's English, can't see anyone getting anywhere near that in the near future. And the next target that is probably going to hope for this season is the most Premier League hat-tricks ever in the Premier League, which he currently, as we know, he shares with Alan Shearer on 11. You've got to bag Aguero to get a hat-trick this season in the Premier League somewhere. So you've got to imagine, and he's potentially got 2 more years at City, potentially. Let's hope he does stay the full 2 years. So you've got to see him breaking Thierry Henry's Premier League goal scoring, and you've got to definitely say he's going to break Alan Shearer's hat-tricks, but he only needs 1 more to break that. So that'll mean him 12, Shearer 11, Robbie Fowler 9, Thierry Henry 8, Harry Kane 8, and he's still obviously on that, and you would suggest Harry Kane in the future potentially will break it again. But the likes of Michael Owen on 8, Wayne Rooney on 7, Luis Suarez on 6. So, we're putting a player of Aguero in such massive company, absolutely incredible company. So I'm going to quickly go back, read a couple of your things, and then I'm going to go through the other little bits before I go to bed. So let's go back down. What have we got? Andy Sane, I just tweeted about good training today. Sane just tweeted, about good training today. Yeah, and I'm going to talk about Sane next. What do you think about the new furious backtracking by Bayern? I'm going to talk about that shortly, Mike. Well, rumours are City have already put in a formal complaint. I don't think anything will come for it, if I'm being honest, Mike. Just wish Bayern focus on Hudson-Odoi, yeah. Away to Liverpool, hat-trick, that would be brilliant, Bailey, wouldn't it? Is the bloody Germans keeping trying to tap up players? I'm going to be marching around Bayern and having a word with a few cow windscreens. Well, if we just quickly look, where is it here? We know now that it's on my phone, but I just quickly took some screenshots before I just set this up. We know that today Bayern Munich's chairman Karl-Heinz Rummenigge has basically hit out at Niko Kovac for saying that the club are very confident about the signing of Leroy Sane. In his words, that he said, Kovac said last week that securing Sane's signature would constitute a dream signing for the Bundesliga giants, and that the club are confident of bringing him to the Allianz. But however, Rummenigge speaking to ZDF prior to their clash with Fenerbahce, has criticised Kovac for comments regarding the ongoing negotiations. He's basically turned around and stated, "I did not like that statement, so I do not hide it." He said, "We have a very good relationship with Manchester City. Our former coach Pep Guardiola is a coach there. Sane is still under contract there. Neither optimistic nor pessimistic statements continue to help us at this time. We have to do our job. The coach has his job to do, and if we all do the job well, then we will have a successful season." So basically, whether that is really Rummenigge slapping down Kovac, or whether that's in reaction to the rumours that City have officially put in a formal complaint about the tapping up of Leroy Sane, we don't know. But one thing I do know is that on the Leroy Sane issue, Pep Guardiola has basically come out and basically said that if you're talking about Oyazabal or Olathabal or whatever you want to call this Mikel guy, he's basically turned around and said that we respect Real Sociedad and we'd like to make it known that to Real Sociedad that we will not be putting in any bids for their player, and that Leroy Sane is staying at Manchester City. There you go. So if Pep Guardiola is making statements like that to assure Real Sociedad that they are not going to put in any bid whatsoever for Oyazabal, and that Leroy Sane is staying at Manchester City, then I would suggest that's what's happening. So I said to you on Sunday when I said about the rumours on this Oyazabal, that it just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. It makes no sense whatsoever to be paying 70 million for somebody who is pretty much, not really anybody to replace Sane. It just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And the fact now that they've City or Pep rumoured, and those were in quotations, that he has said, we respect Real Sociedad, and the fact that I want to assure Sociedad that we will be putting no bids in for their player, and that Leroy Sane will be staying with Manchester City. So whether that means that City have said, Leroy, I don't care what you're doing, you're going nowhere, and that is the end of it, and that's the way we're moving forward, or whether Leroy is actually now coming to the agreement with Man City that he's going to sign an extension. But I think that's great news one way or the other, even though I have said in the past, if he's really, really unhappy, it's better getting rid of him, because his value is only going to decrease if he doesn't sign an extension, and you've got an unhappy player playing at City. His values, he's not going to play that well. He's not going to, whatever. So we'll wait and see. But the news is certainly positive tonight, far more positive than it was yesterday or earlier today, in the fact of it looks like Leroy Sane is going nowhere according to Pep Guardiola, and City are definitely not interested in signing the kid from Real Sociedad. So I personally think that's very good news, and I think maybe Sane will have a change of heart if he is disappointed, and he just gets his head down, works hard, and has a wonderful season for City. Because let's face it, I'd rather have him in the team than not in the team, if I'm being honest. So we'll see. Right, let me just quickly go down and see what other comments come in. Bro Mitimo says, yay, I agree. Sorry to hear that, fella. Good to see you're back. Hurt like hell, mate, but good again. Oh, I don't know. Has somebody hurt themselves? Robbito Blondie, what have you been up to? Oh, we lost this. All right, you're talking about he's drowning his sorrows over some Irish sport. Forest fans are enjoying the gift from us, seeing how much they appreciate Norwich. They I think I mentioned it on the vlog on Saturday or Friday last week. I was talking about the fact that Gary Birtles turned around and said Norwich is exceptional and should definitely be number one over Costel Pantilimon. Scott says, it is what it is, Blondie, move on. Mike says, lots of guys need to understand that we are tapped out on the 17 foreign players. No incomes without goals. We said it all the time. We've got to, you know, people keep going on about centre-back signings and things like that. Well, we won't be doing anything until we decide what's happening with the lights. Is Otamendi leaving? Is Danilo leaving? Is blah, blah, blah. We can't just buy another centre-back and still keep... I had a big discussion on Sunday about... Sunday about it, talking about how many centre-backs do people want us to start with next season? 8? Because with Fernandinho as cover and things like that, that's how many potential we could have if we do promote Eric Garcia into the first team squad. If we did have Harwood Bellish around the first team squad, I'm not saying that they'll always be starters, but you potentially have got 7, 8 centre-backs. I mean, it's not going to happen. So we're certainly not going to buy another centre-back without getting rid of somebody. Now, who knows, something might happen in the Danilo, might happen in the Otamendi in the next week or two. We don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Did anyone know who Pepe was until yesterday? Yeah, I did, but I wasn't massively impressed, I'll be honest with you. I thought he was a decent player, and he might do really, really well for them, but I don't know. Yeah, from FIFA. Yes, mate. So people do know about him. Right, listen, what else have we got quickly before I go? Anything else here? Oh, Jose Cifuentes. Well, I did that two weeks ago. Apparently, they're still trying to thrash out a deal for him, but I did a big thing on it 2 weeks ago, so it's like pretty old news. Yeah, and it's irrelevant because he won't be coming here anyway. Defensive midfielder, as we know, and like I said, I'm not going to go into too much detail to it because there's nothing. Yeah, it's like the Armada thing. It's still waiting to thrash out a deal. What else? There was a little bit of rumours, but talking about fullbacks, and that was Valverde from Barcelona. Obviously, with the continued speculation about Cancelo and everything else, and that's completely stalled, as we keep saying. There was rumours, and these are just very slim rumours, the fact that City could potentially be looking at Barcelona's Nelson Semedo. So Valverde is looking at that, but I can't see Valverde turning around and letting the likes of Semedo go to Man City. I really can't see that happening. Now, the rumours are that I think the release clause is around about 81 million quid. Well, suddenly we're 20 million pounds more than potentially we would be buying the likes of Cancelo for. So it just doesn't make any sense whatsoever, if I'm being honest with you. I don't know. Apparently in this summer, several offers have been made for Semedo, and Barcelona turned it down. It seems that Barcelona are very keen on trying to keep him. He's only a young kid, pretty exciting. I think he played 20 times last year as well for Barcelona, but you know, well, say young, he's 20. I think it's 20. Is he 24, something like that? But maybe 25. I'm not sure. But they've also got players in that particular area, the likes of Roberto and things like that. So I just can't see that happening. I'll be honest with you, I can't see that happening. 81 million quid buyout clause, not for me. It ain't gonna happen. So I think that's just more speculation and things. Probably Semedo's agents trying to get Barca to give him more game time and assurances, I think. I was right, Andy, nearly an hour. Yeah, go on, you're always right. I know, you know what it's always like, but, you know, I've got to stay on because there's so many people asking questions. So Semedo's not good enough for us. I don't think it'll happen anyway. I think it's one of those. We'll make one more signing before the window closes, and we all know who that'll be, Rob, don't we? We know who you'd sign. Old slabhead. Personally, though, on the back of an average per season Danilo, I think it's good. I like Danilo. I've always said it. I absolutely like. I've got no problems with Danilo staying. I don't think Pep does either, I'll be honest with you. I don't think it's Pep trying to get rid of him. I think it's Danilo potentially demanding, I want more games. So that's going to be the difficulty. How much does Danilo want to stay at City personally, or how much does he want to look at his future and say, I need regular game time at my age? I think it'll all come down to those two, if I'm being honest with you. And either he'll stay for another season and then we'll see what happens, or Pep will go, okay, we've got somebody lined up, you can go if the price is right. I have to go, yeah, I'm going. Joao Felix needs to work very, very hard to live up to any hype, and how much it'll cost. Well, he's got time on his side. You know, it's not his fault, the price tag. Harry, there you go. Joao Felix is world class. He looks an exceptional talent. If you could choose any player who we have been linked with to come to City, who would it be? My choice is Ake. Well, we've been linked with Mbappe, albeit it's garbage. But if you're talking about just linking, yeah, definitely Mbappe. But I think realistically, if we had to take one person, I know Rob will go, getting bored of the Danilo Boo Boys, says Rob. Yes, so am I. I think he's never let us down at all. I think his last season in particular, he was very versatile, flexible, and never let us down. So I'm quite happy for Danilo to stay. Just all depends on whether he wants more game time, and if Pep can't guarantee him, maybe he'll decide to go. But I'd rather have a player who can play right back, centre midfield, right midfield, centre back, and he's proven that and done okay in those areas. See Martin, take care, mate. Danilo played at the Etihad against Liverpool. People forget how well he played and how reliable he was. Absolutely. I don't understand the Danilo Boo Boys, neither do I. Danilo is solid. Yeah, I totally agree. Good night, Martin. Rob, ignore Danilo is class. Night, Rob. Is Danilo sold? No, he's not sold. No, we're just discussing Danilo. Good night, Martin. Take care, mate. I'll be back tomorrow. So anyway, just quickly, is there anything else before I need to go? Blah, 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 blah. No, that's about Cristiano Ronaldo, and I'm not interested in him. And then there's a little bit of an article. I'm not going to read it all out, but there's a bit of an article on in Gulf Today, and it's all about New York City FC and how they reap rewards of Man City's shared vision and things like that. So it's showing how City's dominance in the English Premier League is really helping their affiliate clubs to be successful around the world, not only on the pitch, but in sort of their advertising and expertise on the pitch and off the pitch as well. And it's an interview with Claudio Reyna, all about it, who obviously, if you know, is the sporting director of New York City FC. It's quite an interesting article when he talks about the CFG being a family and everything else, and how each club is not in isolation about it. They all work together and they all try and have this same sort of insight in the way that they're moving, even though they've got people from different parts of it, about how the academy is improving and things like that. So yeah, it's quite interesting. And it talks here about the fact that big Premier League clubs have often had feeder clubs throughout Europe where they've sent young players. Obviously United had theirs with Antwerp, and Chelsea obviously with Vitesse Arnhem in the Netherlands, but City now, we've got these clubs like New York City FC potentially, but we've got all the likes of Girona and Breda and everyone else, and he's talking about how fantastic that is to have as a group, that we have so many variable options to send our kids to, depending on the type of football they need and the environment they potentially need, because it might be a South American needs to come here and play in Europe to experience a different culture and a different style of football, or we might have somebody who might be able to go from the UK to America like Angelino did originally, then move back to Europe and give them this little taste of something different and different style of football, and make them grow up a bit quicker. So it's quite a nice article in Gulf Today about that. But anyway, just quickly, last one before, yeah, I've definitely got to go now. See you later, Bailey. Night Blues, got to go to bed. Yeah, me too. Thanks, Andy, and thanks, Rob, for the podcast. Good night, all. And we'll type you later. Night, everyone. See you, Bailey. Yeah, I should have gone to New York City. Yeah, quite possibly. Take care, Blondie. Have a good night. Rob says, you ignored my pack of blue ribbons through my shredded threads. We will put money on it to sign one more player. Obviously, I'd love Maguire, but that ship may have sailed. I think it might have sailed, mate, so you're going to be a bit disappointed on that one. Shame we didn't have a Tonnet's tea cake and a bit of a bet on it. But anyway, I might see you Thursday. Don't forget, I need to speak to you tomorrow, so don't forget, if you're around, give me a call, because I need to see you on Thursday. Is Leroy leaving Nippon? Nope. I like these late streams, very peaceful and easy. It's not like the madness at 4 o'clock. That is crazy. It's like an hour of full-on city chatter and then just goes into 15 minutes of absolute madness. That's all I can call it. I agree with you 100% about Maguire. Bye, nice channel, sub. Thank you, Rexall Master. Oh, Mingy Wong, you're on. How are you? Good night. Night, Andy. Henry Hayes, it's definitely better than letting them play in the EDS. Yeah, of course it is. You know, they want proper football. Bellislow moved to New York. Again, a perfect example. It's a good point, Scott. Perfect example of sending somebody with a kid who looks like he's big and strong and whatever else, but, you know, emotionally, maybe a move to somewhere like New York City FC where he knows he'll be really well looked after. He speaks the same language, so he doesn't have to always learn a separate language, and will be looked after by New York City FC and Rayner and the manager and everything else. And we know that it could be a successful loan for him. So it might be something where the football is not at the level. He might really stand out in a New York City FC side. New York City FC might really need a centre-back. And that might be the perfect option for him to go there on a year, grow up a little bit. He'll be a year older, a bit more worldly wise, add a chance of regular men's football. He could suddenly, we know that he's got superb potential to go, woof, but not now because he's probably not ready yet for the first team at City. But give him a year at New York, comes back, shows his worth, possibly as an option then as a centre-back. But it might even be comes back from New York, fling him out to Girona for a year, or Breda. Then he comes back at 20 and he's absolutely ready for it. He's had 2 years away in men's football and he's absolutely firing and ready to go. We'll wait and see. They know far more than us and they'll manage his progression, his development in the right way. And is Harry Maguire confirmed to go to the Rags? Pretty much, I would guess. Well, I'm guessing. Latest on Maguire is that the Rags won't pay 90 million valuation. If any club will be taken to the cleaners to them to watch it. Yeah, I think if anything is if it's gonna happen, it's gonna be United. Or like I've said all along, you could honour Leicester and say, you know, Leicester might say, look, Harry, we'd rather you stay, but if someone comes in with 100 million, 90 million, we won't stand in your way. And he might say, that's perfectly fine. If they don't, I'll stay here for another year. I know I believe in myself, I know I'll get a move next year. He's come out and said how close relationship he has with the owner, the owner's or original owner's son and things like that. So I don't think he's desperate to move. And I'll be honest with you, by the comments he made to his friends and things like that, he wanted Champions League football and he really wanted to work under Pep. So the move to United can only be about money. It can't be ambition because he's not going to play in the Champions League. So maybe, we don't know. Maybe he's already made the decision and decided, no, I'm going to stay another year at Leicester. We'll see how it goes. We could be in the top 6. We might get a Champions League place. Who knows? And then I'll reassess next year. We'll wait and see. But anyway, great potential. Yeah, huge. To me, after watching pre-season, under 18s last year, our academy team now is probably, or academy players right now, are probably the best it's been for a long time because we've seen them. You know, we had teams 2-3 years ago that were winning competitions winning leagues, winning academy level trophies and things like that. And you looked at him going, oh, he's exciting, he's pretty good. And nothing like at the moment, you're looking at Luke Bolton, you know what he can do. Harwood Bellis, Eric Garcia, Adrian Bernardi, Tommy Doyle, Ian Poveda, you know, Lucas Nemecha. You're looking now, you're not talking about one or two kids like Foden and Sancho. You're now looking at 6 really, really good prospects, albeit not ready right now. But you think, God, in another 2-3 years, we could have 3 or 4 of those as regular starters in the City team. And I think that's what Pep's looking at. He's looking, but they're going to have to continue the progression where they're at now and take it up another level. And if they don't, they won't get anywhere near the first team squad. But if they do, it's very, very exciting times for City in the future. Very exciting. What else? Hope I'm still welcome. Addicted to all things MCFC. Mike Long. If you don't know Mike Long is Bolt from the Blue. Who does the podcasts. Mike, you're more than welcome to come on, mate. It's no problem. What's gone on in the past has gone in the past. I don't hold any grudges against you, mate, so don't worry about it. You're still welcome. If I didn't want you on the channel, I would have removed you from the channel. So you're more than welcome to come on, mate, and that's perfectly fine. There's no problem whatsoever with us, mate. Like we always say, we're not a channel for blocking people. We'd rather have a bit of banter with them, unless it becomes offensive and things like that. It's the only reason we would block you from the channel. So yes, Mike, you're more than welcome, mate. Good night, Andy. Off to watch the Democratic debate. Good luck on that one. Although I would say you should check out our quality pack. nice little subtle comment there, Rob. Yeah, Andy agree. I think our economy is going to bear fruit. I agree, Scott. It's going to be amazing. But anyway, listen, guys. I've got to go. I've got to go to bed. My wife's going to go mental thinking, you're not doing a podcast at this time of night, are you? You're obsessed with that Man City Fan TV. It's crazy Sancho gets sold. Yeah, I know. He never had the quality academy at Bayern, bringing players through the academy here may keep him around. Possibly. Quite possibly. And if he, in the next year, sees 2 or 3 very excited players, who knows? Anyway, guys, listen. Thank you for coming on. I know it's late and I do apologise, it's a late one, but I will be back tomorrow as usual on Man City Fan TV. Thank you for all checking in, and Podcast Raw, they're fucking mighty, mate. Really enjoy them, top class. Thanks, Roberto Blondie. I'll see you around tomorrow, guys. Listen, have a good evening. I'm going to bed, getting some shut eye. But if you're not a subscriber, click subscribe, click notification, hit that bell icon, give it a thumbs up if you want. If you don't, yeah, it's 5 people already. Give it a thumbs down. Give it a thumbs down if you want. I don't care either way. But yeah, comment below, and don't forget, if you want to contact us and you want to come on, I'm still going to run the Who Are You series maybe for another week, and then I'm going to sort of, oh no, I can't, because I've got somebody else desperate who's coming back off holiday after next week, so maybe another 10 days, 2 weeks, and then I'm going to call it quits, because I think it's done. And we've got other projects we're working on anyway, so if you want to be involved, you're more than welcome to be involved. Just send us an email, mcfcfantv@gmail.com. And Manchester Music Quiz, yes, Manchester Music Quiz, don't forget. People keep asking, when are you going to do the music one? Are you going to do the music one? I keep saying, well, if you want one, we'll do one. But if you want to do one, yeah, we'll do one. Manchester Music Quiz is going to come sometime this week. We'll do it. And there'll be another prize for the winner. And it won't be biscuits. Oh, hell yes. There you go. So we'll sort it out one way or the other when we get a bit of time. And we'll do that this week for you at some point. Because the movie one was funny. The biscuit one even funnier. But anyway, listen, Sandy from Man City Fan TV. Take care, guys. Have a good evening. I'll see you tomorrow at some point. And yeah, take care. What's that? This late night stream is class, but not good for my spam. It's not good for me either, Scott. But I'll see you all tomorrow anyway. Have a good evening. Take care. We'll see you soon.